Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm letting AI generate 100 random questions for me to answer. So I guess this will be a way for you to get to know me more. And I guess if you're new here, then this will definitely be a helpful video to watch. Okay, I am finished getting the questions ready with my AI. So let's get started here. Okay, the first category is friends and school. Question 1. What is the funniest thing that happened at school this year? I think the funniest thing that happened at school was a band teacher. I'm not saying names, but a lot of funny things happened with him. And he always made my friend and I laugh, and we would always joke about the things he said and stuff. So that was definitely the funniest. He was like our main topic at lunchtime. So I just had so much fun talking about him at lunch. Okay, question 2. Do you prefer group projects or working alone? Okay, for me, it depends on the situation. So if I'm doing a group project with friends, I definitely prefer it. If I have no friends in the class, or it's a project that I might get distracted on, if working with friends, I'll work alone because I enjoy working alone because I have quiet time. I can sometimes listen to music while I work, and then I can get the project done faster. Question 3. Who makes you laugh the most? My friend, who I recently had featured in a video, a YouTube Shorts video, she makes me laugh the most. I'm also not going to say her name, but she definitely makes me laugh the most. Like, she's just very unhinged and funny, and she has such a different personality from all the other friends I have. It might be because she has 2 brothers. Question 4. What's one thing you're good at in school? One thing I'm good at is definitely social studies. Social studies was my strong suit throughout the year because I enjoy history and stuff. I enjoy learning about it, so it's my strong suit. And I'm good at it because I enjoy it and I actually like to listen. What's one thing you'd like to improve? Math. 100%. My math is a grade above everyone else. Not everyone else, but like other people in my grade. So I just finished 8th grade and I was taking 9th grade math. So I'm going into freshman year this year. And when I go, I'm going to be taking sophomore math, 10th grade. So geometry. But anyways, algebra, I passed, but it was a struggle for sure. I maintained my grade either in the high 80s, low 90s. But marking period 2, I got an 82 in algebra. That was a rough one because we were doing graphing absolute value, and absolute value, the equations, I still don't understand. Number 6. Would you rather sit in the front or back of the classroom? Definitely the back, because not just because you don't get like noticed as much in the back, but because in the front everyone can see you. The teacher, you're face to face. Everyone sitting behind you can see the back of your head, and in the back I feel like you have more like privacy, if that makes sense, and not as many people are paying attention to you. And I don't like being paid attention to by like I don't like attention that much, unless it's my friends. But if it's people I'm not close with, I don't like attention, especially from teachers and stuff. Like sometimes the teachers will call on people that are in the front, and I'm like, yeah, no. Number 7. What is your dream school field trip? So, little backstory, my school, the senior trip used to be to Disney World, but they changed it, so that would definitely be my dream school trip. I'm really sad that they changed it, but if it was still Disney World, I would be thrilled to go. Number 8, do you like school dances? I enjoy them with friends. If I'm going with a boy, I feel like it'd be really awkward. So if I go with friends, that's fine. If it's with a boy, I feel like I wouldn't like them as much. But with friends, we're just on the dance floor the whole time, jumping, dancing. It's just like a whole vibe, you know? Number 9, what's your favorite lunch? So I don't buy school lunches, I pack from home, but my favorite thing to eat for lunch at school when I pack it, like what I most look forward to, is either turkey and cheese sandwiches or pasta in a thermos. Especially pasta. A common theme I saw this school year with me was turkey sandwiches and popcorn chicken in my thermos, and popcorn chicken was definitely one of the foods I looked forward to the most. Number 10, if you could make one school rule, what would it be? My school rule would be phones are allowed, because at least in my school district, we're not allowed to have phones in class. But my rule would be to have phones, but obviously that would be like insane and like that would get really out of hand. You could only use your phone if you finished all your work in class. You couldn't use it, like you could bring your phone to class with you, and then you just couldn't use it until you were done doing your work for the day. Who was the first friend you made at your current school? At my current school, the first friend I made was one of my best friends now. So obviously I knew people at school already, like from elementary, middle school, 4 different schools combined. I only knew a fourth of the people there. So then on the first day of 6th grade, I took orchestra, and then the second day of 6th grade, I moved to band. I did 1 day of orchestra all throughout middle school. But in that 1 day orchestra, I met one of my friends. I'm not going to say her name. But she's now one of my best friends. And I met her that day, and then the rest of that school year, I don't think we said a word to each other. And then 7th grade, we were in the same first and third period, and other periods too. So we got closer by the end of 7th grade. And then throughout 8th grade, we had every class except 1 together, and there were 7 periods. So we had 6 out of 7 periods together, and she now is one of my best friends. That was number 11. Number 12. What is your favorite class this year and why? So what was my favorite class this year and why? My favorite class was probably band, because like I said earlier, I looked forward to what my teacher would say, because he always had insane things to say. By the way, if you were wondering, my microphone is balancing on my leg, so that's why I'm not moving. By the end of this video, I'm probably gonna have my circulation cut off from being sit like this, and then my feet are gonna be numb probably. And this is balancing on my other leg. So, number 13, which teacher has had the biggest positive impact on you? I would probably say my ELA teacher or my science teacher. My science and ELA teachers definitely had the biggest impact on me. My science teacher would really help me understand what I was doing. My ELA teacher, she would help me with my work and stuff. Like, she wouldn't help me with my work, but after I finished my work, she would critique it and tell me what I should do instead. So that really helped. Mainly my ELA teacher helped. Number 14. What's the funniest thing a classmate has ever said? Honestly, I have no... what's the word? Recognition? I have no... I'm just saying memory. I have no memory of the funniest thing a classmate has ever said. And whatever it was probably not appropriate for the video. So, yeah, that's the answer. Number 15. Do you prefer working with friends or classmates you don't know well? I feel like that's a very obvious one. I would obviously prefer working with friends, but also working with people I don't know would be good to introduce me to people I don't know very well, so that I could possibly become better friends with them in the future. Number 16. What's your favorite school event? My favorite school event was definitely Volley for Autism. We had an event to raise money for kids with autism, and there were always over 100 raffle baskets lined up, and I would always bring like $30 to $40 to spend on tickets, and then I would drop the tickets in the basket. Even though I went all 3 years of school, but I never won anything, it was still so much fun to go. And then it's called Volley for Autism because kids volunteered to play volleyball against the teachers, and that was also very entertaining to watch. And there was also like food and stuff, so yeah. And also, it is hosted at the middle school, but you're allowed to go even if you're in elementary or high school. So I can go for the next 4 years as well. Number 17. Have you ever helped a friend through a difficult time? 100%. I remember one. So at my school, they do this thing called shields. Well, obviously I'm going to high school, but in my middle school, they do this thing called shields. If you behave well, a teacher can give you a shield, and then at the end of the marking period, you can turn in the shields for a free cookie at the cafeteria snack stand thing. So one year, my friend was really like dehydrated and she was like desperate for water, but she didn't have any left. So, and I had a untouched water bottle in my locker. It was like a plastic bottle of water, and I gave her the bottle of water and I got a shield. So yeah, but I didn't do it for a shield because I didn't know I was gonna get one. Number 18. What's something your friends would say you're known for? Okay, just a little warning. I don't want to sound cocky when I say this, so if I say this and it comes out the wrong way, don't think I'm trying to be cocky because I'm really not. This is just my personal opinion. My friends tell me all the time that I'm really funny and I always make them laugh, so I would probably say I'm known for being funny. Also, not that anyone cares, but I got nominated as the funniest girl in my class in 4th grade, 16 out of 20 votes. 19. What's your ideal friend group like? Okay, so by ideal, I don't know if they mean like what it looks like now or what I would want it to look like. So I'll just say both. Right now, my friend group is mainly girls. There's some guys that I'm like friendly with that I did theater with, but I would love in the future to have a friend group with girls and guys, like a few of the same gender, and hopefully it could be me and my boyfriend in the group together with some of his friends and some of my friends, and then that would be one whole friend group. That would be chef's kiss. Number 20. Would you rather have a few close friends or lots of casual friends? Definitely a few close friends, because I can trust close friends way more than casual friends. And that's what I have. I have a few close friends. I do have a lot of casual friends too, but I don't talk to them as much, obviously. But I'd rather have a few close friends because I know I can trust them. What's your favorite memory with your best friend? So this one is different from the one I was talking about earlier. This is my best friend. Favorite memory with her. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, this is probably my favorite time we've hung out. But at the beginning of 8th grade, we had a football game at the high school, and me and her went to it together, and the theme was white out, so everyone wore white. Me and her went with some of our other casual friends. That was really fun, and then we had a sleepover after, and we made a candy salad with like all Swedish candy, and it was so good. So that was probably my favorite. My other favorite memory with her is our 8th grade field trip was to Hershey Park, and we shared a room with my 2 other friends, which one of them is like a best friend and one of them is a casual friend. That was so much fun. The night before, we went to Dave & Buster's, we went to the museum, what's it called? I forget what the museum is called. But it was in, maybe it was the Philadelphia Museum, if that's a thing. Franklin Institute, that was it. We went to the Franklin Institute and we went to Dave & Buster's, and then we had an 8th grade dance at the Hershey Lodge after that. And then the next morning we spent the whole day at Hershey Park, and that was so fun. 22. What's the nicest thing a friend has ever done for you? Again, my best friend. Whenever we hang out, she's always willing to, when I don't have a ride, she's always willing to drive me, and I'm so grateful for that, because it's always upsetting when you want to hang out with a friend and you think you're like going to, and then you realize you don't have a ride and you can't. That's always upsetting. So knowing that most of the time she's willing and able, I'm so grateful, and I can never repay her for that. But I obviously do give and take, so we have our fair share. Number 23. What's something you've done to make a friend smile? Oh, you know what? I have something to add to number 22. I do not ask whatsoever. I swear to you, on God, I do not ask for a holiday. I'll come to school and my best friend, she has a goodie bag for me. On Valentine's Day, she got me like Nerds clusters and like, I don't even know. And then last year, she made me a bunny basket, I think it was, for Easter. And we were going to make them for each other. And then I was on vacation, so I wasn't going to be able to make time to make her the bunny basket. And she made me one anyway. And I love her so much. She always does too much. She does unnecessary amount of things for me, and I'm so grateful for her. On Valentine's Day this year, she gave me Nerds clusters. On the Hershey trip, her mom got her and all of the people we were sharing a room with, she got us all a bag of Nerds clusters. And then I think there was like leftover stuff from like a party or something, and she gave me like candy, and I was like, thank you, like, I love you. So we have to do that for each other sometime when I can finally have time to do it. But she does these things, and I don't even know that she's doing them. Like, most of the time, she just comes to school and she's like, I have a present. I'm like, girl, what? We have a new setup. My legs are now stretched out. They can gain all their consciousness back. Oh, we're on number 23. What's something you've done to make a friend smile? And then I went back to 22. Something I've done to make a friend smile. Again, not trying to sound cocky, but I feel like I've done a few things to make friends smile, because I feel like it's not hard to make my friends smile. Like, I don't know, but I'm trying to think of one that was more like out of the way kind of thing, and not like whatever. I'm just gonna use the water bottle example right now because I'm genuinely drawing a blank, and I'm obviously editing this video, but I've been sitting here for like 3 minutes staring at the wall trying to think of something. Number 24. What's your favorite place to hang out after school? Me and my best friend again, and then her sister and our other guy friend tag along sometimes when we do this, but after school we would go to Target, because there's a Target in our town, and it's like 10 minutes away from our houses. So we would go to Target together a lot after school. By the end of the year, we probably went to Target after school Target or Starbucks actually. We probably combined, Target and Starbucks combined, we probably went 20 times throughout the school year. So much fun. There was one time where the four of us went, we went to Starbucks, and then we walked to the strip mall across, and we went to TJ Maxx, and we put all our leftover money together, and we bought candy and stuff, and we were all sharing it, and that was really fun. Number 25. What's one school subject you wish was taught differently? Math. I have beef with math. I feel like math should definitely 100% teach us about how to pay taxes, how to pay your bills, how to use a credit card correctly, how to use a debit card, what to use in what situation, all that jazz about becoming an adult. But they decide to teach us about how to find X on parabolas that we're never going to use in our entire lives unless we work on building roller coasters. But that's just my opinion, and I feel like a lot of people agree with me on that one. Alright, that is the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, I'll see you in part 2 of answering 100 questions about me generated by AI. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.